Hello, I'm Lee Muirhead.
And I'm Michael Croker, and this is Living Proof. Every episode, we invite you to come on a journey and discover why life gets better with age and how we can all be living proof.
This episode's Hidden Gem sees Graham travelling to an eclectic regional town in New South Wales, surrounded by some of the state's most beautiful national parks.
Plus, later in the show, Stephen Fennick has some great ideas and tips on how to preserve your most precious memories.
Ange joins us with some tips on how to dress up an outfit from AM to PM. Plus, she helps one lucky lady reconnect with her feminine self.
But first up on today's show, Carly is back to talk about how to eat the right foods to sustain muscle mass and energy as we age.
Hi Barry, hi Di, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure.
So Barry, I believe you've had a few things happen in your past for your health.
Yes, 24 years ago I had a heart transplant.
Wow.
And that set us back a bit.
Has it caused other issues with your health?
Yeah, the medication has caused issues with my kidneys. So they've been monitoring them for 20 years and finally it's crept up on me. And now I'm on dialysis 3 days a week, 5 hours a time. So that takes care of 3 days of my retirement.
Yeah.
He's out of my hair for 3 days a week, so that's great.
And how does that affect both of you with your work and what you're able to do?
Mechanic for 50 years and it was time to retire. So I could take care of the dialysis situation. So.
And is it hard for you cooking and preparing food with all the needs that are come with dialysis?
Yes, because with the kidney problems, as you do lose the ability to use your kidneys, you've got to reduce the amount of potassium and phosphate that you take in your system. You know, so yeah, it's a lot.
Do you feel you're getting weaker and that's why you can't work?
Yeah, absolutely. I was having trouble walking upstairs.
So do you think it might be helpful to get some ideas on how to improve your strength and your muscle while you're going through dialysis?
Yeah, well, walking is the only thing, basically. We did try a few chair yogas.
Yeah. Did you do that as well,
Yeah, we do it together.
That was interesting, yeah, different.
So we might go through some tips today about keeping that muscle on your body while you're going through dialysis so that you can have that energy to keep going and enjoy your retirement. Okay, well, let's go to the kitchen and have a look at what you're eating and see if we can come up with some ideas.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's go and have a look. So Barry and Di have quite a few health issues and dietary requirements. I can see Di's possibly struggling a bit with all of the needs that Barry has. He's been told by his medical team to reduce foods that are high in potassium, phosphate and salt, which is a bit of a burden when Di's trying to cook for the family. Barry's also concerned that he's losing lean muscle since he's had to give up work. So I'd like to give them some tips to increase the protein in their diet, which is really important for their health as Barry goes through his dialysis treatment. It's really important to check with your doctor about avoiding these things in foods if you do have kidney issues, as everyone's requirements can be a little bit different. So I'm going to see what Barry and Di are eating and give them some tips to keep that muscle on their body so that they can enjoy their retirement. So Barry, Di, would this be your breakfast?
Yes, I would have the cereal. In winter, I'd probably have porridge.
And this would be lunch here, the salami sandwich?
Yeah, sandwich with a piece of fruit.
Barry, do you like some of these salty, like the salty popcorn as a snack?
Yeah, I try to get the unsalted, but it's very difficult.
And this is dinner, like a pork type of a curry, Di? You'd be cooking the dinner?
Yep.
Okay, and do you have to boil or peel Barry's vegetables because of his kidney issues and that potassium?
Yes, unfortunately.
There's a few things that I could suggest that you tweak in your diet to be able to maybe lose a little bit of weight, but we also need to take into account Barry's needs with his nutrition. So possibly instead of the fruit juices, Barry, they can be quite high in potassium. We might want to include lower potassium fruits like blueberries. Obviously, you would need to check with your dietitian nutrition for your individual requirements, which goes a bit beyond what we can talk about today. And Di, this could help you get more protein in as well, less carbohydrates, which might help you lose a little bit of weight too. Other things are reducing things like cereals and replacing them with eggs, like having eggs for breakfast, some scrambled eggs, maybe with some vegetables as well, Di, for you. And then we've got with our sandwiches, is that a low carb bread, Di, that you're already buying?
Yes, I got that and thought we'd give it a go, see what it's like.
And have you enjoyed that?
I quite enjoy it.
Beautiful, yeah.
Okay, so that's a really good change that you've made. And obviously we've got the salami in there. Barry, you said you try not to eat much of that. Those saturated fatty meats aren't good for our health as well. So better to have things like tin tuna, tin salmon, real whole food rather than processed meats. With our dinners, flavouring them with things like real herbs and spices, rosemary, lemon, garlic, ginger, those type of flavours that are natural, rather than all these salty processed foods, which can be high in potassium and high in salt and not good for your kidney health. Are they some tips that you think you could incorporate?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
Well, there you have it. There's no shortage of challenges there for both Barry and Di.
No, it's tough, isn't it? You know, 3 days on dialysis is very draining, and then he's got to watch his diet, and then, you know, Di's trying to make sure she's eating well and looking after him. You know, it is team. It's a big team effort.
Yeah, but once again, great insights there on the impact a good diet can make.
Yeah, absolutely. But right now, Ange is about to meet Bronwyn, whose life journey has seen her lose her feminine style along the way.
Hi everyone, today we meet Bronwyn and Martin. They've recently relocated from Adelaide with everything just in their one car to start a brand new chapter in life. So Bronwyn apparently isn't much of a shopper, and she'd really like to embrace her feminine side as she's grown up with men around her all the time. So let's go meet her. Bronwyn! Hello! So nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Hi, Marty. Bronwyn, thank you so much for having me here today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming. I feel very spoilt.
Oh, that's nice. You deserve it.
Oh, thank you.
I hear that you relocated from Adelaide.
Yeah, we pretty much sold up everything and came up with what would fit in the car and a small trailer. So, yeah, have arrived up here with not too much at all and started the journey again.
So tell me a little bit about your style journey so far.
I haven't got any girly skills. I think I keep us no mother in my life, no mother presence in my life, and surrounded by men. Husband, 2 grandsons. I've got 2 boys, Craig, who's now 43, and I had a son, Lee, who passed away when he was 22. That was hard, very hard, but it also, I think, impacts on my journey as to what I wear, because it was easy to look a hot mess. But when I decided to actually, that the world was going to go on, whether we wanted it or not, I didn't have a direction.
And how, in your mind, how do you want to feel?
I would like to feel girly, but at the same time, still look like me, still feel like me.
Let's go to your wardrobe and have a little look through.
That would be lovely. Not much to see, really.
But this is your daily look, just great, easy pull-on pant and easy top. So what about when you want to go out on a hot date with Martin?
Okay. I've got some really, dressy dresses.
Yeah.
And I've got really casual dresses. I haven't got anything in between.
What about your footwear? What's your daily?
Sandals, sneakers.
Trainers. So maybe we need something with a little heel.
Comfortable, but just elevate your outfit.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we can do that. After spending time with Bronwyn, it was really clear that she needed to embrace a much more feminine version of herself. Chosen a beautiful shape for her. It's a gorgeous dress, and I feel it's really going to flatter her petite frame. We've accessorised it with a great black strappy shoe, not too high so she can wear it. It can dress up outfits from AM to PM. I know that Bronwyn is going to feel so feminine and very beautiful.
She seems lovely, but boy, has she had a journey so far.
Yeah, everyone's a book.
Oh, you're right. Well, I'm hoping we have a really happy ending to this story.
Yeah, I think Anne has got something very special planned, so looking forward to that one.
Yeah, good on her. Okay.
Well, right now, Stephen Fennick is joining us because we're going to talk about preserving or digitising our memories.
Oh, okay. Hi, Stephen. What actually are we talking about?
Well, mainly we're talking your videos and your photo albums. So I'm sure there's a lot of people watching that have got boxes of old VHS tapes, the old family memories, as well as albums and albums of photos.
Yes.
But being able to enjoy them now in the digital age makes them easier not only to view but also to share. So we're going to talk about ways you can do that, bringing those tapes and those photos into the digital age.
Now, for people that might be thinking, it sounds like a headache, why is this something worth thinking about doing?
Well, your memories are irreplaceable. So having those memories, digitising them means that you're future-proofing those memories, being able to enjoy them. A whole new generation can enjoy all those memories. So I think also when you consider what they're stored on, like VHS tapes degrade over time. So there's the magnetic tape, so it gets worse and worse year after year. So that's incentive enough just to preserve your videos, but also your photos. Photos fade, photos you can lose. So having them in a digital form and then even storing them up in the cloud means they're there forever.
Okay, well, how do we go about doing this?
Well, let's start with videos. Now, if you have a lot of VHS tapes and you still have a working VCR, you can purchase products that connect to the red, white and yellow ports on the back, the RCA cables on the back of the VCR, and there's a USB that connects then into your computer. Press play on the VCR, digitises into a format then on your computer. So you've got that as a digital file, so that way you can share it, you can put it on a USB drive, burn it to a disk. It's there. Now the video is not going to degrade any further. The quality is going to remain the same. Leaving it on the VHS tape is one, going to degrade, but two, you may not have a VCR to view them on anymore.
But what about the photos?
Well, photos are easier to convert than VHS tapes. I'm sure you've got albums and albums of photo. I know I do.
Yes.
But what you can do is you take out the individual photographs, and there are products you can buy that look like little mini printers, and they can be stacked like 30 images at a time, and they're scanned through. It takes a second to scan a photo, and then suddenly you're looking at the digital image of that on your computer. You can then touch it up, you can edit it and share it. You can also use a flatbed scanner, which is on every printer that we've got at home. Any multi-function printer, lift the lid, there's a scanner there. So you can use that and scan them maybe 6 or 8 at a time, depending on how big your photographs are. And again, the result is a digital representation of that physical photograph that you can then store, burn to a disk, save up to the cloud, and it'll last forever.
So do you have to do it yourself though?
No, you don't. There are a lot of services that can take this off your hands, especially on the VHS, the tape side. Again, not many people may have a VHS, a working VHS recorder, so they can do that. They've got the equipment to convert that really quickly, as well as taking your photos. Even slides, I've seen old boxes of slides then converted into physical photos that also are digitised as well.
So what are the top takeaways if you're thinking about doing all of this?
So look at what you have in your home. There may be boxes of photos or VHS tapes laying around that you may not even know about. So do a bit of a stock take, look at what you want to convert. You might not want to convert everything, but prioritise the VHSs and the tapes and the photographs that you want to convert, and then move from there. You can, if it's a massive job, you've got a lot to convert, maybe consult a professional, or if it's only a little bit, a manageable amount, maybe try it yourself.
Yeah, fantastic. And great to have all of that in order for generations of the family to come.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wonderful stuff. Thanks again, Steve.
Pleasure.
All right, well, it's now time to join Graham as he visits the magical town and surrounds of Bellingen in New South Wales. Let's go exploring.
We're on our way to Bellingen, about a 30-minute drive southwest of Coffs Harbour. It's located along Waterfall Way and on the Bellingen River. And I've got to tell you, I'm loving the scenery on the way through. Now, I've heard that Bellingen is a town with an interesting and eclectic main street, an organic and earthy vibe, and surrounded by beautiful national parks. Let's take a look. I'm here with Mary, who is the administrator of the Bellingen Valley Historical Society. Mary, great place you got here.
Oh, it is. It's wonderful, isn't it?
Tell me a little bit about how the town came to be.
Well, the first people came here in 1840.
Wow.
The town was established around about 1870. The town came to be from the cedar cutters that came here, and after that it was the dairying industry came here.
Yeah, and you're born and bred in Bello. What do you love about it?
I just love the town, the people, the river, the beach.
And some beautiful old buildings in town?
Some lovely old buildings, yes. Hammond and Wheatley's was built in 1909. Beautiful old architecture in town.
I look forward to having a look around, thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
So Dan, pretty special place you got here, mate.
It is, Graham. You wouldn't know that 60, 80 years ago there was a bacon factory there, a butter factory over here, and they also did ice. And now it's all converted into a shopping village. We've got a wood gallery there, a silver mill, an artesian grocery there, and also the cafe. So it is, it's quite a nice, very relaxing place to come.
G'day, John.
Right.
How are you?
How are you, mate?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Look like you're hard at it, mate.
Always. Yeah. Welcome to the Australian Bonsai Gallery.
It's just incredible. How long have you been doing this?
47 years now.
Is that right?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, it's been a labour of love.
This one here, that's got to take a lot of work, doesn't it?
It's a lot of work. Yeah, Japanese black pine. This one. Any bonsai has to have a redeeming feature.
Yep.
That's why you don't go and buy a stick in a pot from a retailer or something like that, because there's no character, there's no redeeming feature. We grow them in the ground to get the size in the tree, and it's got to look older than what it is. That's what bonsai is all about.
Right. So what's the design process?
If you concentrate on the negative space, the branches will always be in the right place. Once you realise that, you'll always have a better design in your bonsai.
But can anybody do it?
Absolutely, yeah. We have a lot of workshops here, from beginners, intermediate to advanced. And it's good to kickstart people in the right way into the art of bonsai.
Amazing. Alex, this is a spectacular view. Where are we?
So we are in Dorigo National Park. So if you look to our east from the park, then we're at the ocean.
Yep.
And if you meander back towards us, we've actually got the beautiful quaint town of Bellingen. And then if we keep moving this way, we're rising to the escarpment. So the Great Escarpment is straddled on the eastern escarpment of Dorigo National Park.
And over this side?
To our west is where we have the quaint town of Dorigo.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
There we go. So what can visitors expect to see when they come here? What can they do?
Well, at the moment we're walking on the phenomenal Dorigo Skywalk. If we walk further this way though, we have our gorgeous visitors centre in which we have a gallery with local artwork, and then as we meander down off the top of the escarpment, you can descend down underneath the canopy along the beautiful Wonga Walk, which we've actually just upgraded to improve the access. And it also has beautiful spots where you can stop, sit and relax.
And it takes you through to a waterfall, right?
Yeah, so we do have our beautiful crystal shower falls. You can actually have a look and see tiny little microbats nesting in behind there too.
You know, there's something magical about this place. You can see why the locals like to keep it a little bit of a secret. While the town is full of beautiful old buildings, delightful shops and places to eat, what's equally as special is some of the beautiful scenic drives you can do around here. From the Promised Land, the national parks, and just exploring the local country roads. I tell you what, Bello does not disappoint. But as always, don't take my word for it. Come and check it out for yourself.
Well, there it is. I've got to tell you, Lee, I'm officially a fan of Bello.
Bello.
Yes.
Otherwise known as Bellingen. I love how, Graham just gets in there, becomes a local in a matter of minutes.
Yes, and I tell you what, the thing I loved about that little town is that the idea that they've kept their identity intact. They know who they are, they understand their history, and they've kept it beautifully together through all these years.
Isn't it great though? This is our backyard.
We've all got to get out there more often.
We do, but right now, let's cross to Ange, who is getting ready to reveal Bronwyn's new look.
We have an intimate gathering of family and friends for Bronwyn. Now, she's had such a tough time in life that it really warms my heart to make her feel special, to make her feel feminine and look great. ready. She looks absolutely beautiful. So let's reveal Bronnie!
Shows your leg.
It's brought out her playfulness. She's a very giving person.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see her get something in return. She really deserves it.
Oh,
she looks beautiful. She's beautiful inside and out.
Had a lovely day.
Oh, lovely, Bron.
Oh, I love it. She looks so good. All the accessories just match perfectly. They suit her. She's such a bubbly person and always makes everybody feel welcome when they come into the complex.
She is just amazing, and those colours are just perfect for her. Love her hair, her makeup.
Yeah.
She just looks radiant. Look at you!
She's always been beautiful to me, and I knew that you would make her beautiful today, but I'm blown away with what you've done to her. She's absolutely stunning.
Oh my goodness, she rocks that dress. She is having a ball. Look at the confidence there. She's swishing it around.
Angie's done a great job, and it was a real transformation. And the thing I really loved seeing was the amount of love in the room for Bronwyn from her friends.
Yeah.
So that was a terrific story from start to finish. Well, that wraps up another episode. Of course, we are always grateful to our amazing guests who invite us into their homes, get out of their comfort zones, and share their favourite travel experiences with us.
And we can't forget Ange, Graham, Carly and Stephen, who all help us become living proof that life just gets better with age. See you next time.
Take care.